Here. Locked in while I was walking up the steps. Don't say that in an airport. Don't say that in an airport.
Becky, I guess we can get started
Don't say
whenever
that in
you're.
an airport.
I call the meeting to order.
Taking you back. You don't hear those anymore.
All right, I guess we'll call this meeting to order. Becky, if you'd want to do a roll call, please.
I sure will. Tom Wilson, Dean Friel,
Here.
Jack Scrogstead,
Here.
Chris Robertson,
Here.
Mike Pearson.
Present.
Mike, how are you?
Better than I deserve. How about you?
Doing fine, thanks. All right, public attendees, why don't we, if you want to go with your report, please?
Laura Mangrum, CFM from the zoning department. Just wanted to give a summary of what's happening with the floodplain. On March 22nd, Erin Connolly from IDNR came down and did our state audit. She did bring with her a list of properties that they have identified for us to bring violations into compliance. So I'm going to give a little bit of background and bring this around to what we're doing. So the numbers of properties in the floodplain are about 1620-ish. And the number of NFIP flood policies we have are only 52. So what that means is that if we do have a major flood event, that is a lot of people that do not have flood insurance, which is concerning because 1 foot of water in a home averages about $25,000 in damage. Sorry, that should be 1 inch. I apologize. It was about $25,000 to repair. So if you don't have flood insurance, how are you going to take care of that? So these homes won't be covered. I imagine a lot of the residents would look to the county for guidance, which we won't be able to give them because there's not much we would be able to do at that point, which could also lead to abandoned properties or properties that are in continual disrepair. So a lot of people believe that they will just rely on the FEMA for help, but FEMA only helps if there's a presidential declaration. So minor flooding events would not bring that about. If federal assistance comes in, the average payout is less than $6,000 and any remaining funds required would be offered with a low interest loan, but you do have to qualify for that loan and you do have to pay it back. On the flip side, if you have the NFIP insurance, you don't need a disaster and their average payout was about $69,000. Most people choose not to have flood insurance if it's not required of them because they don't want to pay for it, which is understandable. It's not an inexpensive product. So what we're trying to do is enter into the CRS program. The CRS program gives points for everything you do that goes above and beyond minimal floodplain requirements. As we accumulate points and we move up the levels, it would bring about greater reductions in flood insurance in 5% increments. So the more we do, the bigger the reductions, and hopefully would encourage more people to go ahead and get insured and protect themselves. It would also clean up the floodplain and make the county safer in general as we move forward. One of the things we have to do for that is we do have to take care of these violations to maintain, not only to maintain our NFIP status, but to stay in CRS and continue to move up those levels. So as we move forward with these violations, we are asking for support. Probably there will be some of them are going to be minor, some not so minor. So if anybody would call you about it, please have them call me, or you can call me. I'm always ready. I'm kind of a flood nerd, as my friends call me. So I'm always ready to talk about it, to inform you. I am coming at this from an educational standpoint, I don't want you not a drop the hammer, I guess is the way to say it. I want to do it more educational and let's find a way for it. So that is what I had for you.
Okay, so anybody have any questions for her?
Just wanted to also make a point though, too. Once we're starting to do this, Laura, isn't it correct that as we start to get these certain policies in order, we'll be credited a certain amount or account, and then with that accreditation to our county. It could help other floodplain people get lower insurance rates, correct?
Correct, yes.
So this is a good thing that what they're doing here. It may look like or seem like it's bad for those people that are in violation, but in overall, those who are not in violation, they could actually get better rates when it comes to their flood insurance. So this is something that has been going on for some time now, and I'm encouraging the board members to support the zoning department in their endeavor in doing these this type of deal. So, anyways, that's my 2 cents.
Anybody else? All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mhm. If there are no changes or corrections from the minutes from March 12th, committee meeting will stand as presented. Do you have any changes or corrections? All right, they will stand as read. Maintenance department report. Hang on a minute here. Where'd you go? All right, our maintenance director has moved on, so I've got some information here to report to you. We won't have an elevator for Thursday night's meeting, but the meeting will be held in the boardroom at the old courthouse. Zoom will be set up in the lobby. The iPads are going to be stored in the IT office downstairs, so don't forget to grab them. The old elevator project is about complete. The new course HVAC project is ahead of schedule, and it looks like they could be completed by the end of May. Second invoice from Allied came through and will be going through finance this week. They are meeting with contractors with the IT technology grant as we speak, working through the project. Should be completed by the end of June or July. And they are seeking applications for a new facilities director. It's been open for about 2 weeks, and they've got 60 applicants so far. And they are working through identifying qualified applicants for the interview pool. So that is our maintenance report, unless somebody else has something they want to add.
When's the deadline for the, do you know that off the top of your head? The deadline for the applications?
No, I don't. I know they put it, it's been out for 2 weeks or so. We have no requests for work orders, no budget numbers. The Allied Facility Partners update, they've sent us another bill, so that'll be coming through finance this time around, so. So anybody have anything else they'd like to discuss? All right, I'll entertain a motion for adjournment. Mr. Scrogstad and Chris Robertson's the second. And
Third.
all right. So I guess we're adjourned. Thank you for coming. I know it's short and sweet, but right now we're kind of in the middle of everything. So.